Hallo, herzlich willkommen zur 32. Folge von Suzerain zusammen mit Apfel.
Hallo.
Heuer geht's ab nach Benfi, zu dem Festival, wo wir unsere Frau nicht haben sprechen lassen. Oh Gott. Our motorcycle slowly made its way towards the magnificent Benfi High Arts Center. Night was falling and the festival was about to begin. I flipped through the brochure that had been given to us at the hotel. On the front page, there was the face of Colonel Lesty, Major of Enrica. He was a Benfi native and had a long-standing relationship with the city's current major, and had been personally invited to make tonight's opening speech. The Benfi Festival was one of the biggest events of the year. It originally marked the start of the annual religious pilgrimage, a week-long journey still undertaken by devout tourists. But today it was better known as a cultural celebration that drew thousands of revelers to the city. There were film screenings, concerts, theaters and dance performances, art exhibitions and celebrity-studded nightly galas. The opening ceremonies were broadcast on TV and watched by millions. As the cars load, a coterie of reporters and security guards rushed to meet us. I turned my attention to Monica. Since I refused to let her make the opening speech, her attitude toward me had changed. She now only spoke to me if I asked her a question, or if it was something important concerning the children. Oh, unsere Economy! Es geht aufwärts! Woo! Okay, was machen wir?
Sie ist angry, also wenn dann 3.
Will you ever forgive me? I told you my reasons.
I know, and I understand. It's just going to take me some time.
She clearly did not want to pursue this topic any further. As soon as Serge opened the door, we were enveloped by the roar of the crowd. The next few minutes were a blur of handshakes, photos and reporters' questions. The onlookers cheered as we walked the red carpet to the newly built arts center. We followed the guards through the cavernous white halls until we came to a set of arched doors, leading to the auditorium. We waited outside as security did a quick sweep of the area, then headed in. I had been asked to make a quick set of remarks introducing Colonel Lesty. I beckoned Monica to join me on the podium.
I'm going to find my seat.
Monica brushed past me, took her seat in front row, and crossed her arms. I walked alone to the podium. I spoke for just a minute, reading a paragraph my speechwriter had churned out about the importance of the festival in Benfi to Scotland. I concluded by inviting Colonel Lesty, the Major of Enrica, to the podium. I stepped down and joined Monica in the front row. Her arms were still folded. Wer war Colonel Lesty? Hatten wir den schon?
Das ist eine gute Frage. Von Benfi.
Nee, Colonel Lesty hatten wir noch nicht.
Ah, okay.
Soll ich...
Könnt ihr.
Welcome to the first day of the Benfi Festival. He paused for a moment and let the crowd cheer, and his eyes briefly met mine. Nod. I nodded. This is a night for the people of Benfi, indeed for the people of Scotland, to put aside their differences and come together in celebration. Yet as we unite for the festivities, we must remember the real reason we are gathered here. The crowd felt silent. The people were giving their full attention to what he had to say. This festival was founded around the principles of our cherished religion Nuriti. Yet over the years it has been served from its sacred roots and become something else, something more perverse. An excuse for public drunkenness was an excuse for public drunkenness and grotesque displays of the flesh, an occasion for young women to parade their bodies and engage in lascivious behavior. As he went on, I could see Monica become increasingly agitated.
What in the hell is he talking about? Lascivious behavior? What sanctuary does he think we live in?
Oh Gott. Oh Gott. Ich glaube, das wird jetzt ganz schlimm.
Oh.
Just let it be.
Ja.
Don't know. Just let it be. Monica turned back to watching this speech, a frown on her face. Perversion hidden under the guise of art is not befitting the beautiful city of... The crowd was becoming restless. Many of the younger attendees were murmuring in disagreement, while a few of the older ones were nodding virtuously. As I said, perversion hidden under the guise of art is not be...
Enough!
Oh god, 9. The hall fell silent. Monica rose and continued.
Mr. Les, is it not young women who are disgraced to this fine festival, but you? It isn't, okay. You and your backwards puritanical attitudes, which have been holding this country back for far too long. Watch the events come.
Jetzt? Okay.
Ja, es ist noch mehr pisst.
I sat in my seat and watched the events unfold. Monica turned to face the audience, speaking loud enough to be heard without a microphone.
Women of Swordland, we must not let people like Mr. Les use religion as a justification to demean and oppress us. Our time has come.
Shocked gasps ran through the crowd. A few people rose and applauded. Curtin Leslie waited to speak. I think Miss Rainey is forgetting a place.
What do you think my place is, Mr. Leslie? The kitchen? This festival is not about your retrograde traditions. We are living in modern times now. It's 1954. And it isn't your place to decide how the people of Banfi, especially the women, should be celebrating their own festival. Ich will nichts tun.
I kept watching in silence. I looked at the podium to see Curtin Leslie's piercing gaze on me. There would surely be a price to pay for this. Ja, das ist halt jetzt ein Problem. Mr. President, could you please control your wife before she embarrasses herself any further?
Du mal.
Oh Gott. Das Problem ist, dass wir seine Unterstützung brauchen.
3?
2?
3?
3? Ich verstehe es nicht.
Ja, keine Ahnung, ob 3 besser ist als 1 oder 2.
Das ist alles gegen unsere Frau.
Ah gut, 1 schon mal nicht. Jetzt haben 2 oder 3.
Oh Gott, der 3. I'm so sorry about this, Mr. Leslie. Please finish your speech. Thank you, Mr. President. Banfi has always been a beacon of culture, tradition, and religion. Many battles have been fought over this precious city. Army after army has tried to claim it for their own, but we fought back and won each time. We stand here thanks to the strong men who were able to protect their families, their lands, their way of living. Every day, I praise God that we have succeeded so far. Scattered applause broke out from some of the older members of the audience. I leaned over to Monica.
Ey.
3.
Ja.
I praise God he's only allowed to speak for another 2 minutes. Monica said nothing, her gaze fixed forward. Yet, the traditions that form the very fabric of our society are being tested, even as I speak. He looked pointedly at Monica. We must stay true to our values, so that Sodlem can prevail, so that Banfi can prevail. With these at the forefront, I am convinced that Sodland will continue to be the greatest nation in the world. I invite every single one of you to celebrate our roots and our tradition at this holy Banfi festival. I hereby declare the festival open. Praise God, praise Sodland, praise Banfi. A Mognares Core. Rectan's sister. Most of the people in the hall finished the decades-old saying, including me. Monica's lips moved, but she didn't say the words out loud. He exited the stage as the band struck up the official festival anthem. I spent the rest of the evening alternately watching the festivities and conversing with local politicians. By the time we got back to the hotel, I was exhausted. But thanks to the festival still raging outside, and the sound of Monica tossing and turning beside me, I couldn't sleep at all.
Wow.
Okay. Dann haben wir noch mal Downtime at Home. Darauf freue ich mich.
Oh je.
Gut, aber dann will ich erstmal sagen, was ist mit der Folge. Lasst noch ein Like und ein Abo da, wenn es euch gefallen hat. Schaut beim nächsten Mal wieder vorbei. Morgen 14 Uhr geht's weiter und tschüss.
Tschüss.